Hello, everyone. Welcome. Normally our Sunday show. Today our early Monday show will be our Healthy Life show with me and Trevor. Um, Sorry we couldn't make it yesterday. Me and Trevor got pretty busy this weekend, so we still wanted to do it on a Monday morning. Not Monday morning, but Monday afternoon before our news show. And anyone could watch it online, and after the show. And I kind of like my new background with the purple. I think it goes pretty well together, actually, because our cover screen's kind of purpley. So that's interesting. Want to say, I hope everyone's having a good Monday. The week's going well. Please give a like, share if you want on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you use. And a sub would be awesome as well. It's the 31st, my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Caitlin, again. I'm going to talk about that earlier, but yeah,
Happy
it's
birthday,
Caitlin's
Kate.
birthday.
Katie's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome. That's crazy. What'd you guys get
I
for
didn't
her?
realize that. We are all collectively saving for a trip to Ireland.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Because like,
Yeah.
she can meet you guys in Cleveland, and you could just get those direct flights to Ireland from Cleveland now.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get some music going in the background, not too loud though. And then we'll go to our first topics. Today's going to be a laid back episode, a lot about spring gardening, a little bit about kind of stuff to do around your house, inside, outside, activities to do in the spring. I'll make sure I'm not skipping anything. Do you got any good spring gardening tips? I know we talked a lot about this last week. Going on right now.
I mean, it's not too late to get your cold hardy stuff in. Make sure you guys are keeping a mulch layer down. Keep things warm. Greenhouses aren't going to stay like super stable yet, so make sure you're bringing in your super delicate stuff and your super fragile things.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know, man. We're still time for root crops: carrots, turnips, beets, radishes, some
Yeah.
green leafies.
Good. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Um, Kind of just like organizing for the spring and summer as well. If you guys are building stuff or expanding, putting new soil compost in.
Mhm.
We'll be talking about that a little bit more. Kind of like what to be doing right now in the garden, but Trevor kind of copied some. What? No, he covered some of that. Um, what would you say your favorite soil is right now, especially for like garden beds? Because I know you do a lot of beds.
It depends on how big of a raised bed I'm making. I don't buy branded stuff. I make my own recipes. Lately, I use a blend of cocoa coir, perlite, a little bit of vermiculite, and mushroom compost. But for my big hugelkultur bed that I just put in, I did logs, sticks, twigs, leaves, and then a 50-50 topsoil mushroom compost mix. And
That's
then I
nice.
have a mulch layer of pine needles on top.
Mm. And you buy all the other stuff that you
Um,
put for your soil
and then I have,
individually, right? And then just mix it together. Is it way
mhm.
cheaper to do that when you're doing a lot of soil?
Oh yeah, on any sort of large scale, it saves you so much money. I
Mm-hmm.
uh, I filled that entire 16 by 5 bed for a grand total of like $50.
That's crazy. Especially for Hugo culture, but where you
Hopefully, I'll
live,
be
it's
able
easy to
to.
get some of that wood stuff. All them scrapings.
Mhm.
Or that mushroom compost, you're gonna have a real good ecosystem in there.
I hope so, man. If I could just grow enough food to offset the cost of the dirt, I'd be happy.
If you're 50 bucks, you should be able to. But you're putting peas in there right now, right?
I hope so.
Peas and carrots, or
Right now I have carrots, peas, radishes, kale, mustard, turnip, and
hell
I
yeah.
just bridged in a little bit of chamomile and I put a broccoli in because I'm tired of looking at it small. So I just throw a broccoli in to make me feel better.
Oh, cool.
Because I have those at like uh, probably 5 weeks old right now. I did a
Mm-hmm.
pretty bad job at documenting things, but what I do a good job of is taking pictures of things. So I at least have like a scale
Stamp. Yeah.
documentation, time dated, of like where things started out in the like the grow tray. So I'm able to at least know like what I put down and what day I put it down. But I never really know what things are until they start fruiting.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to
No, and
see
I
if I
get
can
that
find the one
sometimes
of
too. It's
the
kind of hard
broccoli.
because a lot of these like what do you call those? Like the little, god dang, rectangles with little pointy part you put in to like write down what it is. Like once you spray these plants a little bit, it kind of
Oh,
like
like
runs
little
off after a
tags.
while. Yeah, the tags I've noticed isn't the best system either. But what I do is I'll
Yeah,
put the name on the other side, so I won't spray on that side, and then it kind of won't run, make
there's
it
not
run.
anything that's not completely like, excuse me, foolproof.
You know.
So I just lately I've been labeling things with white duct tape and writing on it, and I just slap a piece of white duct tape on there, and then sometimes it sticks, sometimes I gotta place it back on there. But if I'm being honest, I try to be type B gardener because I gotta be type A nurse. So
Mm-hmm.
I I type B garden where it's kind of just chaos zone, and I thin things out as I go because I like to have like something to do in the garden every day. So I like to have like thinning, weeding, watering, up potting, throwing seeds down. Like I'm always doing something out there, but kind of just whatever I feel like I need to do. Lately, I've been worried about not having enough lettuce, so I have a fucking ungodly amount of lettuce right now.
Can never have enough lettuce though, so I get that one.
Hmm.
I also had like new bags and pots, but that was kind of in like the expanding part of gardening to me. Um, Now we'll kind of go into
What was that?
like, oh, I on the docket I had like new bags and pots for the garden, but that's kind of like under expanding for me. There's a lot of cute, cool stuff you could do, especially once you have land with just a little bit of wood and some soil. Uh, so now we can go to like the spring outdoor activities. Um, right now is not the best day for it. We kind of been having this crazy thunderstorm since last night into the day. Um, I also don't know. I was gonna say it at the beginning what the weather was for this week. So no, tomorrow it's gonna get cold, like high of 47s, but Wednesday through
Yeah, I
basically
got
the
you.
rest will be a little bit hotter, but we're gonna get some rain Wednesday through freaking Sunday. But that's all right.
Yeah, and then they'll bring in a cold front, but it'll be all right by the time we get there.
I think right now we get about almost 13 hours of total daylight. We're at 12 hours and 40 minutes. And obviously that gets bigger and the best in July, which will be getting about 15 hours of daylight. That's the best. That's my favorite, man. You're right, sorry, June 20th is the
Uh,
highest. 15 hours.
we
That's awesome.
we gotta get our onions in outside, man. We got them hanging out there. I'm gonna try to harden them off into the greenhouse.
Nice. Well, I was also gonna do air quality, but I actually don't see that right now. Right here, it's a 21. Pretty
The
good.
AQI.
Pretty
20.
good for Ohio. Wow, they actually tell you pollutant details now on Apple too, which is crazy. Carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen oxides, ozone. Love me some
I feel
ozone.
like that's so generalized though. Like there's so many different microbiomes. Like it's kind of a broad sample to be taking,
Not really though. You kind of have to know what it
a broad
means.
area to be.
No offense. If you know the environmental aspect of it, you kind of know where it's coming from. If that makes sense.
Uh,
Yeah, like all of that's easy crap. Really, the only stuff I care about is sulfur dioxide they give too, and particulates under 2.5 micrometers, which could be the bad ones, like if you the East Palestine stuff when they were spewing all of that
yeah.
plastic in the air. But all of those are good, especially if you have like air purifiers. Most air purifiers only go to 2.5 micrometers anyway. But like carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, that's very important, actually. But that was a quick weather update. Back to the spring outdoor activities because they're actually nice. Like if the air quality's fine, go out. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing bad. We always have kind of had good air quality here because we're not really like huge cities. We actually got greenery in Ohio. Well, not like New York, but even like upstate New York got greenery. Kind of all depends where you're at. But first, outdoor activity I have, even though it's kind of getting cold, it is warmer. I've kayaked in the winter when I was in college. I don't recommend it because if you're by yourself and the water's cold, you could, go hypothermic real quick by yourself, and that's not fun. But now it's getting warmer. I definitely like some kayaking.
A little bit of kayaking be alright. I'm not too fond of. I don't like being wet.
Oh, I love the water. I don't know why. Maybe a canoe then for Mavis too. But you could we also could have put fishing in there. Put fishing in there.
Hell yeah, fishing.
Yeah.
I am down for fishing. I hate smelling like fish, but I like fishing. But good thing I don't catch much when I go fishing.
But I was trying to think, because Caitlin's dogs, they like kayaking, but I don't think... Huskies, swim dogs, I don't remember if they had webbed feet. I think they may have. I know Huskies in the cold. Sure. Maybe that's why they have webbed feet for the snow, but... I don't know. I always thought a Husky would hate water. They just like snow.
Pussycat bonus points, everybody.
Let's go, Mochi Mo. Heck yeah. But we kind of already had gardening in there. Now, for a nice part about spring is grilling. I saw a lot of people grilling last week.
Hell yeah. Oh, I love grilling.
Same. I like my Blackstone, but one thing I hate is how many freaking paper towels I have to use to clean it. I kind of like my Weber more in that aspect. It all kind of all depends. Like if I'm making burgers, I love a burger on a Weber. I mean, like a charred burger. Oh, that's smoked taste. But hibachi in a Blackstone's nice. That's the best shit. You do fish, burgers, which I thought I put some of that in today, but maybe not. Maybe that part got missed. What's your favorite thing to grill?
I love making, like, grilling steak. I also really like grilling salmon.
Yeah, love me some salmon.
I really like grilled chicken, but I'm not a huge fan of making it. My grill's kind of janky right now, too.
It's also hard to make grilled chicken. Like, if you do barbecue sauce, I cannot not burn the barbecue sauce. It hasn't been one time. But, like, regular chicken's easy for me. But if I want barbecue chicken, oh, man. Especially on that Weber, it eats. I don't know why that smoke just eats sauces up.
Barbecue chicken, baked potatoes. That might be on the menu this week, Liam.
But no, would be good though, Bo. Maybe put them in a cast iron, or like a whole chicken with some barbecue sauce in a Dutch oven. Oh man. Fuck, because that might help it not burn. I don't know though. Or do you put the sauce on after? Am I just dumb?
I mean, when I do it, I usually put it on after. Some people like that caramelized, like sugar kind of tacky feeling in between their teeth when they're eating it. But like, I just burn the shit out of the sauce, and then it winds up like cutting my mouth open and pisses me off by the end of the food.
Yeah, same.
I usually just brush it on like either right before I'm done or as I'm like after I'm finished grilling it.
Which that makes sense, because salmon's kind of like that too. It's hard to grill. That's why I love grilling like shrimp, because it's so fucking quick. But salmon is always quick, but you got to make sure you're cooking it right. That's why I like the skin. If you get stuff with the skin, because I kind of don't care if I grill the skin.
Salmon, we just start off really hot and then turn the heat down and let it go.
I've cooked it with like other things in my Weber, because like whenever I use like Webers, you can kind of like two zone heat them if you put all your charcoal on one side of like bottom of a bowl. So I'll kind of always have like a main heat and then my side heat. So like I'll do like the salmon on that side heat and let it smoke a little bit. And then the main heat would normally be like a cast iron with some veggies and stuff. I have a walk too. I need to start using more. For other spring activities on here, I put
Ooh, I
trail
love
walks.
cooking my walk.
Oh, you have a walk too? Yeah, they're nice. Oh yeah. Mine's cast iron. I might have to clean it, but I don't think I actually have to. I'm pretty sure I just cleaned it last time. I only used it
Cast iron
once.
walk. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Because one time I tried like making, oh man, that's the one problem for Weber too. Like you don't have to use that much charcoal when you're using the wok, and I used way too much charcoal. This burned the crap out of the rice. Gotta get better at that. Another spring activity I have on here is like trail walking, trail walks. Yeah, with this rain, a little sucky, but you can still do it. Get a little muddy, but once it dries up too, that'll be better.
Put pair of boots on.
Yep.
Pair of boots and be alright. Be alright.
Some muckers, muck boots. And I also have camping. If you're fine with camping in the cold, all depends on who you are. Since we live in Ohio, kind of depends on the month. Right now would be tough with the freezing nights sometimes. But you could be smart about that too. What spring indoor gardening tips do you have right now? Like stuff you should be starting inside.
Indoors, right now is the time you want to be starting like your tomatoes, your basil, a lot of your flowers. I actually have a handful of stuff I'm probably going to start tomorrow. Let me read things off here.
Are you throwing it in
Basil,
soil
alyssum.
or do you put it in paper towel stuff? Like
Oh
for
no, I'm
seeds?
putting these in like 2x2 trays.
Yeah, I don't mess with paper
Cosmos,
towels.
calendula. Depends on what you're growing. Some things you need to cold stratify, you need to get started on a little earlier, a little
Yeah, your
give them a little
lavenders.
extra help in the beginning. Yeah.
I'm so good with lavender this year, so hopefully my two other ones sprout. 'Cause I had the one sprout last year. Um, but that's something too. Like
Put some chamomile in today.
once you get some land, is it easier just to like throw lavender seeds in the soil in the winter, but like in the fall before, and let them naturally freeze, or do you have to put them in the fridge, like freezer?
I'm not 100% sure. I know that it's capable of being a perennial here. I'm not sure though.
I'll have to ask some landscape guys, because they probably know how much lavender. But they probably just put down lavender starts. I don't know, but that seems like expensive after a while, especially
You're
on the
paying for
house.
plants from the nursery when you can start it from seed.
Our seeds are so cheap, especially how much cat grass I went through last year. God dang, Moon kept eating all of it, just ripping the seeds right out. Um, then we go to the next topic, which is like stuff to make during the spring. Which is I kind of where I put like what we can grow. But like rainy days like today, like I had soup. That kind of reminds me always good for a soup day. Um, I'm always a meatloaf lover on Tuesdays. Depends on the night, but or the week. But normally on Tuesday that's when I do it. Something Brandy was reminding me about Swedish meatballs and pasta. I always like. It's nothing too crazy on my stomach. A little creamy. Because I say pasta, it's like those bow tie noodles. And I think it's just like little meatballs, bow tie noodles, and kind of like a gravy.
That's really good.
I'm trying to think. Me and Trevor were talking about before the show pasta. One of these episodes we'll have a pasta making show. That'll be fun. Probably do sauce too, because it's just so easy to make sauce.
Oh, I can't. I put down my Roma tomatoes today too. I can't wait to cook them down again for sauce. Oh, that made me so hype.
Oh yeah.
If anybody has an Italian grandma that would like to sensei me, I'm a good boy.
What are you most excited for the summer garden wise?
Ooh, probably more peppers. I love grown peppers.
I might have
Make
to
some
try
more. I
that
gotta
this
make some
year.
more hot sauce this week, actually. Um,
Can you do peppers
peppers are
from a
awesome. I
windowsill,
love
or do they
having
have to
fresh
be
food.
outside?
What was that?
Could you do peppers from a windowsill, or do they have to be outside?
Nah, they'll need to be outside.
I'll have to get some
Um,
probably like pots for them then.
cucumbers. I love making pickles. I love fresh cucumber on my salad. Actually, I have onions that'll be finishing up sometime late June, early July. So I'd like to do fresh red onion cucumber salad.
Nice.
Kill me. Um, I'm trying my hand at some melons this year. I'm gonna try and do a little melon patch.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little bit of cantaloupe, some watermelon.
That'd be cool.
I don't know, man. I the coolest part about gardening for me is like, man, you put in all this work and then you get some of the best tasting food afterwards. It's like it's worth it for me. I'll work my ass off if it means I'm gonna get something tasty in a couple of months.
No, exactly. And like it's not too hard. You just gotta fertilize and make sure you compost beginning, and that's pretty much it. Makes for me besides water,
Yep.
obviously, but like after talking with a lot of people, I feel like people just fall off on the fertilizing part aspect of it. They kind of just stop after a while because people would say like they don't get good food. Because I mean, I didn't put that much effort. I just followed like instructions for fertilizing and watering, and that shit was set. But sometimes it's a soil too. I bet if you buy cheaper soil, like I got that mushroom compost soil, so it kind of all depends. Um, like you were saying, that's really good, especially once you get that perlite and cocoa. That's one of the better mixes you could do, especially for water flow. Um, I'm really excited for summer squash. I always liked that. Last year it was pretty quick and easy to cook, taste good. I like eggplants too, but those take a little bit. Um,
They do. They're really slow growing. I started my eggplants with my peppers this year.
I started mine a while ago too. They're still coming through. I'm trying to think what else do I like in the summer. A lot of my stuff waits till spring.
I'm trying to have something growing until it's literally freezing again, and even then, I'd like to have like a buck ton of garlic down for next year.
Yeah, that garlic's so good. Um,
Mm. Mine's looking pretty alright right now too.
oh, that's good then. Now we're kind of going into like the health aspect for the spring, especially now it's not winter. You can go back to the daily walks. Go back. People work out all year round. Working out outside, they're going on runs. Make sure you're going on a daily walk multiple times a day. Do some leg stretches. If you like working out, work out. Or if you like yoga, do yoga, or a mixture of both. I need to try out some of that heat yoga. When is for last time you went to climb to do yoga, Trev?
Actually, I had a really good yoga session in on Wednesday with a girl named Ash. She was a lovely instructor.
Nice.
I climbed very well on Friday and finished 2 out of the 3 zones for this week's competition wall.
That's cool.
Um,
They change them up.
yeah, they change it up like every 10 days. You get a new competition one. I got lucky though. This one I was able to like swing and catch. I'm strong enough to like handle my own body weight in weird positions, so I can compensate for not having the best technique or being the most like technically strong. I'm able to just
Yeah.
muscle brain it and kind of lunk it sometimes just because I'm tall and able to support my own weight.
Yeah.
But then there's people who are like really technical and can go all day long and put themselves in some really freaking wild positions in order to hang on. But that's an interesting sport because it's so individualized. You can be on a team and it's still incredibly individualized just based off of your own proportions and ratios.
Interesting. There's actually
I
teams for
really
that, or do you
struggle
guys
with
just
like
like do it for against each other?
Like professionally, there's like groups.
Mm, I see. That's how they do it. Okay.
Most of the time, they're like well, for like teams, but like you can be like pro and have like your pro card. I'm not really 100% certain, but I know I am not that. I can hang with the most amateurist of them though.
Mm-hmm. That's fun, man. And then we're gonna do some daily mental health to dos. Like read, journal if you're into that, write, draw, whatever you're into.
Grieve into the abyss.
Yep. Speak to your strength. Yuck,
Screaming
yuck, yuck.
helps. I scream a lot. Yeah, just go into the car and let it all out.
Break a bat over your knee. You'll be alright.
Whoa,
Guardians play tonight though, but it's
whoa.
late because they're in San Diego.
Hell yeah, 9:15 out west.
Yeah, that'll be a
Dude,
good
where the
one.
hell am I supposed to watch this thing without having to sacrifice my freaking blood in order to afford it?
It's
Like,
$20 a
have you seen the
month, and
prices
they
on
said that was
fucking?
cheap. For Guardians,
That's
$20
ass.
a month. I'm like, what?
That is ass.
Yeah, even to
And
listen to
Fubo
it
costs
too.
like 700 a year. Oh my God, nah, screw that.
Yeah, they're ruining it. Don't have
Love
one
you
bad
guys,
year.
but like,
They do have one
love you
bad year and
guys,
no
but
one
like, I
watching it.
really need. Man, there's only 11 people watching the game this week.
There has to be like everyone has to be watching it, the other way. Cause like they tried it with Bali before and no one did it. Like Bali or whatever it's called, Bali Sports. That was like a couple years back, and no one was gonna pay a subscription just to watch the Indians, Guardians.
Yeah, it was like $39 or something at that point in time. Like, this is ridiculous.
But it's nice. It's nice
They
that
can
like
watch illegal live streams on YouTube for less money than that.
yep. It's nice there's websites to have for radio where we could still hear like Hammy and all the announcers and stuff. Guess we just have to go back to the '60s. We're boomers now, Trevor. We gotta listen to only sports on the radio.
I sit out in my 1998 Chevy and listen to them on 1100 AM station.
Heck yeah. Only way too.
Smoke myself an American Spirit, run it till my battery's dry, and then I jump it off the neighbor's back Cadillac. Bzz, back on, seventh inning stretch, sixth inning jump.
You already 20 PBRs down. It's a good night.
20. 20. My God, I'd die. You know the last time I had 20 PBRs? It was a past life.
Never. No, I get that one.
I was a hams man myself.
That's what Hunter likes. But
Boo beer.
yeah, beer be beer.
Uh,
Just thinking about it make my
oh
tummy hurt.
man. Yay kombucha.
Yep. And that's actually all we had this week. Anything else you want to talk about before we go? Make it a quicker one.
Oh no, buddy. I'm gonna go get the kitchen cleaned up and make my better half some dinner tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna make yet though.
Heck yeah. Have a good night, man. Hopefully it
Maybe
goes well.
some chicken Alfredo. You too.
Some afternoon
It was
delight.
good
Yuck,
seeing
yuck, yuck,
everybody.
yuck, yuck.
Yeah. Talk to you guys on Sunday.
Yep, we'll be back this Sunday. Have a great week, everyone. Be sure to love whatever you're doing and have a healthy life. We'll be on actually at 8:30 with me and Tommy, and we'll have a sports show on Thursday, and we'll be back here Sunday. Have a good night.